the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you, South Africa. What a beautiful Monday morning. It's a start of a brand new day, a start of a brand new weekend. You've made the right choice by choosing to start it off with us right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso, Kamalam Gukusha Adams.
My name is Jamie Dombeck, and of course, joining us this morning, Jared Ricketts. Everybody. Yes. Now, if you tuned in last week, you know that we have given this Monday a whole new juice. It's called Gospel Mondays with Jared Ricketts.
Yes.
And of course, you at home got to choose out of 3 songs which 2 songs he'll be performing live on the show today. Ooh. The toll is in. He is going to be performing. We just had a bit of a sound check right now, and I'm telling you, you are in for a treat. You don't want to go anywhere. This is the way you start your Monday morning. Absolutely.
Absolutely correct. Make sure to keep it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for some information that we all need and also some entertainment. Right now, let's get on with those news headlines with Uncle Tabsy.
Well, we've got news of a completely different kind. A very good morning to you, beautiful early risers. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day and a brand new week. My name is Katlego Maboe.
And I'm Ryle de Mornay once again, bringing you a magic Monday indeed. What a show we have. And of course, it's Father's Day, which is around the corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's already, if you already don't know, now is the time to obviously get the ultimate Father's Day gift. And who wouldn't appreciate a sensational treat? Now, I love receiving fragrances as a gift, and it's usable and something that will last for quite a while too.
Yeah, so Woolworths is making Father's Day extra special by giving you the opportunity to save 20% when you're getting your dad a fragrance of your or his choice, if you'd like to, for Father's Day. And for all of you whose girlfriends or wives or significant others might be watching, this is the time now to give them a real nudge in the ribs, okay? Telling them that you really appreciate maybe one of these fragrances. And there's nothing that makes a man feel as good as a great scent that identifies with his personality, that helps to kind of enhance what he's all about. And so we've got 2 that we want to show you this morning, and they're from W Beauty. And you've got the first one.
Yeah, so the first one is Extraordinaire. It's an unexpected combination of fresh and vibrant notes blended with warm woods and aromatic herbs, and it creates a fragrance for men who constantly strive to turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. That's true now, man. It's at work or at play, and this is the perfect fragrance for any career-driven man.
Yeah. So the second fragrance, yeah, that's extraordinaire. Kind of like Brian, isn't it?
Extraordinaire.
Yeah. The second one that we have is Blue, and it's a fresh citrus aroma, aromatic marine fragrances creation there that embodies elegance and freshness for the man that lives life to the full. And this is the perfect, it's a perfect one for the adventurous man in your life out there. So both are available in 100 mils and are approved by Beauty Without Cruelty, and it is also suitable for vegans. So, you know, what do you think of it, man?
Absolutely love it, man. It's got a fresh scent to it. It makes me feel like I've just come out of the shower, or actually out of the ocean. So I'm feeling like a bit of a Poseidon swag going on here, to be very honest. And that's from the Blue year, so I think it does relate a little bit to those undertones of the ocean, I think. How's yours?
Extraordinaire,
you like
nice,
it?
Man. Absolutely beautiful stuff. So the perfect gift for Father's Day, because I mean, there's nothing quite like a smell that has that power to boost your mood. So get your dad or your husband or your boyfriend or bae a little pick me up. Hey, this is granted that they're fathers, right? Because we're talking about Father's Day. A little pick me up by spoiling him with his signature scent, and it gets even better. You get 20% off men's and women's fragrances until the 17th of June when you shop online, and it's the perfect reason to get your dad that ultimate gift. And you can shop these fragrances online or on the Woolworths app, as simple as that. Get planning, hey?
Yeah.
Get these gifts for Father's Day.
There's something about a man that smells so good. It's like you can rule the world, maybe even be a president of a country. You see what I did there with it?
Perhaps, eh? Perhaps that will give you a little bit of inspiration to run.
Absolutely. Speaking about that, you know, it's crazy things that's happening in South Africa. If you got to choose, you know, from any of your best personalities in South Africa, then anybody, go wild with it, go wild with your imagination. Who would you choose or would you nominate as the next president and why? Let us know on our social media platforms, Expresso Morning Show. Toby, who would you choose?
To be honest with you, Trevor Noah needs to come back.
Yes.
Yes, I think him or anyone queer, I think could run our country. I think we need a liberated mind. We need a young person to run our, you know, our country. How about yourself?
Maps Mapanyane. I just feel like we need like a fine brother, just be like Maps.
Oh,
be
fine
like,
man.
Hi everybody, I'm Maps Mapanyane, the president of South Africa. But no, let's be serious now. Let's get on to this news headlines.
Well, 5 minutes past the hour, let's take a look at those news headlines on this Monday morning. On the national news front, President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday strongly condemned the surge in murders of women and children, saying the past week had been a dark and shameful week for South Africa as a nation. Yesterday morning, the body of a 42-year-old woman was found in an outside room in Easterus, Pretoria. And on the East Rand, a 27-year-old man was yesterday arrested after the body of his girlfriend was found wrapped in a blanket under his bed. On Friday, a woman's body was found in the veld in Dobsonville, Soweto, just days after an 8-month pregnant Soweto woman was laid to rest. A woman and her young daughter were also murdered in Cape Town last week. In other news, KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikalala yesterday officially opened the Royal Showgrounds Field Hospital earmarked for COVID-19 in Pietermaritzburg. The field hospital has 254 isolation beds. Zikalala has said that the province has more than 7,000 beds for those who will need care after they have contracted the coronavirus. The KZN government also emphasized that schools that have not met all the safety requirements will not open. Meanwhile, as of yesterday, South Africa had 65,736 confirmed cases and 1,423 COVID-19 related deaths. On the international news front, United States President Donald Trump says he will not watch the NFL or the US Soccer League sides if players do not stand for the national anthem. This as the National Football League has said its players should be allowed to protest during the anthem, adding that it was wrong for not listening to players earlier. US Soccer overturned the ban on players kneeling during the anthem on Thursday. Trump has repeatedly called on NFL players who do so to be sacked or banned. Back on the continent, Rwanda has received over 300,000 pieces of personal protective equipment and medical equipment from the Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai and his wife. Sheikh Mohammed Al Shahihani has said it is important for them to help the people of Rwanda during this difficult time. Rwanda's Minister of Health afterwards said that the donation would boost the country's testing and treatment capacity to a great extent. And now news of a major operation involving olives. Now, it is a known fact that patients undergoing a brain operation have been allowed to play a guitar while the surgery was being performed. But persons stuffing olives onto the operating table is unheard of. Now, until recently, when a 60-year-old Italian woman did just that during a procedure to remove a tumor from her left temporal lobe. Now, the neurosurgeon at Ancona Riuniti Hospital said that the procedure went very well. Awake brain surgery is used to treat some neurological conditions such as tumors that affect the areas of the brain responsible for vision, movement, or speech. Now, to help the surgeon inflict minimal damage, the patient can be asked questions or engage in an activity during the operation. However, preparing ascoli olives is quite complicated and consists of pitted green olives wrapped around balls of seasoned meat, coated in flour, egg, and breadcrumbs before being fried. And the Italian lady prepared no less than 90 while having a brain tumor removed. Well, no wonder the operating theatre resembled something of a kitchen during that procedure. And taking a quick glimpse into the world of entertainment this morning, the production on popular SABC1 drama series Scheme Sam has come to a temporary halt after a crew member has been in direct contact with a relative who has tested positive for COVID-19. Cast and crew members have been asked to self-quarantine as a precautionary measure. In the meantime, the necessary health and testing procedures have been arranged in accordance with government regulations, while their offices and studios are being disinfected and sanitized. The show's creators have assured fans that episodes will still continue to air and are encouraging everyone to stay strong in the fight against COVID-19. Well, that's what we have for you for the news at 7 o'clock. We'll have another report at 8 o'clock. Right now, here's a first look at the weather on your Monday morning.
A very good morning to you all. Let's have the first look at the weather this morning. But first, let's have a look at those beautiful sunrise pictures you've sent. Kubeshni Naidu wishes us a happy Monday with a stunning sunrise picture of a blue sky turning orange from Durban. South Africa's playground can expect mostly sunny conditions today with a light southerly breeze of 9 kilometers an hour, reaching a high of 22 degrees. Mark Max also sent through a beautiful sunrise picture from his home in Pretoria. Pretoria can expect hazy sunshine today with a maximum temperature of 17 degrees. Thank you to both Kubeshni and Mark for sending in your sunrise pictures. We hope that you'll have an awesome start to the brand new week. Now, records have already been broken in the U.S. Hurricane season has just started during the past week. Many parts of South Africa, especially in the Western Cape, have experienced severe weather conditions. But in America, the Atlantic hurricane season appears to be heading for a record-breaking season. Forecasters say the season is off to a fast and interesting start. They've already had a record number of named storms. Before this season even officially began on the 1st of June, they had Arthur and Betha, and then they had Cristobal, the third named storm of the season. An average season has between 10 to 14 named storms, but this year, most predict at least 25. Scientists believe that this has to do with climate change. Now down to South Africa, the South African Weather Service has warned of yet another cold day across the country with severe frost in certain areas. Plenty of sunshine for Polokwane with a maximum temperature of 9, reaching a low of 4 degrees, and the highest temperature in the country for Mbombela at a maximum of 24 and a minimum of 4. Now, if you are in Pretoria, 2 is your minimum, reaching a maximum of 17. Hazy sunshine for Johannesburg at -1, reaching a high of 16. Mahikeng 419, Klerksdorp 116, and mostly sunny for Kimberley at -2, peaking at 18. And the coolest off for the day for Bloemfontein at -4 degrees, reaching a high of 15. Sunny with a passing shower this evening for Richards Bay at a low of 12 degrees, reaching a high of 23. A light northeasterly breeze of 7 kilometers an hour for Pietermaritzburg at a minimum temperature of 2, reaching a maximum of 18. Durban 922, Mthatha 217, clouds and sunshine with a shower in spots for East London at a minimum of 10 degrees, reaching a maximum of 20. A light easterly breeze of 6 kilometers an hour for Cradock at a minimum of 0, reaching a high of 15. Port Elizabeth 1018, morning showers for George at a low of 7, reaching a high of 16. Snow and sleet for Sutherland at a low of 1 degrees, reaching a high of 13. Cape Town 1118, cool with clouds and sun for Worcester at a maximum of 16 and a minimum of 6. And Uppington, your temperatures range from 0 degrees, reaching a high of 20. Now remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day.
Good morning once again. Now, with it being Youth Month in South Africa, we're obviously finding words of inspiration from those who espouse the values of education, advocate the rights of the child, and are standing up for what is right. So now this morning, we're turning to Frederick Douglass, who was a leader in the slavery abolitionists movement and an early champion of women's rights.
Absolutely. Now, he was born into slavery and he escaped at the age of 20 and went on to become one of the most famous intellectuals of his time, advising presidents like Abraham Lincoln and lecturing to thousands on a range of causes. Now, amongst his several autobiographies that eloquently describe his experiences in slavery are his most well-known work, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave. And he once had this to say.
He says, without a struggle, there can be no progress. Without a struggle, there can be no progress. And Jamie, I think it speaks so clearly to that fact of how diamonds are made under pressure. And we really, truly cannot actually materialize our true potential until we go through those obstacles within life. So invite them, run with them, and take that with you on this Monday morning.
One, two, one, two. Don't know if you're experiencing any of overcoming any grief or difficulty. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. But sometimes I wonder what He can do through me. No great success to show, no glory on my own, yet in my weakness He's there to let me know His strength is perfect when our strength is gone. He'll carry us when we can't carry on, raised in His power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect. Cool.
Since the lockdown, colorful images of rainbows have appeared in windows across the world. The Crazy Store wants you to bring your rainbow artwork in store to fill their windows with hope. And for every rainbow artwork received, you'll get 10% off of your purchase.
Well, that's not all. Plus, a free helium balloon to take home. Now, rainbows are a symbol of hope in many cultures and promises of better times to come. So, go on and unlock the crazy at the Crazy Store.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hello, welcome back to it. Good morning. Happy birthday to everybody celebrating their birthday. It's that time of the day where we wish you, our loyal and loved viewers, a very happy birthday. And guess what? You share it with, I think, the coolest kid on the block. I'm talking about Northwest. Northwest turns 7 years old today. Take a look at that. How cute. She is so adorable. She is the eldest child of Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West. She became popular even before she was born, way before she was born. So we do honestly all feel like we raised her, right?
Just keeping up with the Kardashians. Like, you just know. The fact that she's 7 years old today, I feel a bit old right now.
Yeah, because it feels like it was just yesterday she was born.
True.
Happy birthday, Northwest. But every day a star is born, it's time for us to celebrate the rest of you at home who are celebrating their birthdays today, right?
Yes, and we got a beautiful clip sent through from Grandma Marika to Zavion. Let's take a look.
Kan jy doen as jy verjaar, Zavion?
Ek gaan op julle jump dan sê Mama, kom hier. Dan sê ek, dis my birthday.
Mama, this is my birthday. Yeah, you're so cool, Zavion.
The cutest. We got another birthday video here. This one is for Umolemo Sedigwe. Let's take a look.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. To you.
Happy.
I feel like she watches you too much.
No.
Really?
No, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole celebratory thing. Hey, Omolemo Sedigwe. I'm guessing Omolemo is the young girl in the dookie, or with the beanie in a dook fashion. Eh?
Yes.
Because one of them is Omulimo, but happy birthday, Omulimo Sidikwe, man. What a beautiful video. I love that.
Let's keep it flowing. Now the next message reads, happy 15th birthday to Tuto. May God bless you with many more healthy years with us from your mom, daddy, brothers, and grandma, and Uncle Harry. They love you so much. And then I'm sending this 70th birthday dedication to my alarm clock, my doctor, my chef, my beautiful mother, Mrs. T. Mkize. Thank you for everything, Mom, from your daughter, Tobeka, your granddaughter, and your husband. They love you so much.
Oh, Mom Kabazela looks so amazing, man. Look at that. 70 ain't never looked so good. And then it's also Kanyisile's birthday today. A huge birthday shout out to Ivy Kanyisile Tabete. You have taught us to live life to the fullest. Happy 8th birthday to you, my princess. And this is from your mom, your dad, your grandma, and your sister Nandi. They love you lots. And then number 4, Pamela, you're turning 41 today. Happy 41st birthday to Pamela Rudolph. The message reads, in good health and happiness. I pray that he will continue to bless me. I'm strong, I'm a survivor, and thank God every day for my life. Happy birthday to me. And this is, of course, for Pamela Rudolph. Happy, happy birthday, 41st.
I love that. And then a celebration isn't complete without some reflection and introspection. Take the time to look behind you. The clues to your future are in there. Happy birthday to Samila. May your day be great. Your boy Major loves you so much. And then the next one reads, on this day of happiness and joy, I'd like to wish you a lifetime full of success, healthy life, and loads of wisdom. A person as amazing as you deserves all of their dreams to come true. Happy birthday to you, rich Aunt Greenlee. Hoping Europe is treating you well.
Oh, happy birthday. Geraldine, it's your birthday, and here's the message. I wish my wife, Geraldine Flatwell, a very happy birthday. May you be blessed with many more years. This is from your husband, Sydney, and your son, Niall. We love you to the moon and back. Happy birthday, Geraldine. Now, if it's your birthday or if you have anyone celebrating their birthday that's close to you, that is a loved one in your life, why don't you wish them well on your Feel Good Breakfast show? Send us a message. You can send us a WhatsApp video. Sing them a song that they like, 071-640-6551, and we'll be sure to play it. Or you can email us birthdays@kadova.tv. But from all of us here, if it is your birthday today, we're going to drink to it. We wish you nothing but all the best. And from all of us here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, we say, happy birthday.
Happy,
Cheers.
happy birthday.
Cheers. Happy birthday.
And while we celebrate your birthday, let's also give you some spiritual upliftment on this Monday morning. Gospel Mondays with Jared Ricketts. Of course, every Friday we present you with a list of songs that Jared has prepared and ask you to vote for your favorites. And this past Friday, we gave you Power of Your Love, His Strength is Perfect, in die liefde van Jesus. And the 2 winning songs were His Strength is Perfect and Power of Your Love. And the first that we're about to hear is His Strength is Perfect.
Good morning, South Africa. I'd love to dedicate this song to anybody who is experiencing difficulty, going through grief. His strength is perfect, and He'll carry you through. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. But sometimes I wonder what He can do through me. No great success to show, no glory on my own. Yet in my weakness He's there to let me know His strength is perfect when our strength is gone. He'll carry us when we can't carry on. Raise in His power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect. We can only know the power that He owes when we truly see how deep our weakness goes. His within us begins. When ours comes to an end, he hears our humble cry and proves again. His strength is perfect when our strength is gone. You carry us when we can't carry on. Raising his power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect when our strength is gone. You carry us when we can't carry on. Praising his power, the weak become strong. Raised in his power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect.
Yeah, man. Absolutely beautiful.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Left arm fast bowler for the Proteas, Björn Hendricks, came into the spotlight during the 2010-2011 cricket season at the tender age of 20 years old. Now fast forward to 10 years later and he's representing South Africa in the national team after an impressive start to his international career. Now this morning the 30-year-old bowler joins us to chat life in lockdown, and later he'll be showing us how he's been staying fit during this time. Now firstly, Björn, happy belated birthday from all of us here at the Expresso show. What would you say has been the biggest life lesson you learned in your 30 years, bro?
Yeah, I'm 50 now. Time has gone quite quickly. But just to answer your question, I think biggest life lesson for me is just, learning patience, learning a lot about myself, trying to make sure that I go through life always learning, always trying to pick up new lessons in life, and that's the way I've gone through it, and it's gotten me quite far, and I've been able to achieve a lot over the past 10 years, and yeah, just excited for what's to come.
Yeah, it seems like those definite lessons of life have definitely been paying off for you. Now, as a professional athlete during level 5 and 4 of the lockdown, you were unable to play cricket and train as normal, but what are some of the ways that you've been maintaining your form during this time?
Yeah, so it's really hard to stay as active as we normally do when we are in season, but I try and keep myself active by just doing certain routines that I can do while I'm at home, because we're not able to gain access to any gyms or things like that. So I've got a couple of exercises that keeps me going, keeps the motor running, and yeah, I enjoy cycling as well. I sort of invested early on into a cycling bike, and yeah, I spend a lot of time on that. I've got a couple of weights that I've invested in as well, and I use that to make sure that I keep the motor running and keep ticking over to make sure that once cricket does resume, that I'm ready and fit and eager to go.
Oh, exciting stuff. Now, level 3 stage of lockdown allows for the resumption of non-contact sports training and matches. Now, how much have you missed cricket, and will you be returning to the game anytime soon?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been a cricketer for the past, 12 years, even longer if you count in junior years, and I miss the game a lot. It's always on my mind. I'm always thinking about it, and pretty excited to get back into the field and make sure that, you know, I'm ready, and the excitement is just going to take me through it. And yeah, at the moment we are not quite sure when the first game will happen or when we are going to be back on the park. For now, the only thing we can do is try and keep fit and try and work on our skills as limited as we can. So yeah, that's the movement going forward.
Awesome. Now, one last question. Now, you recently did a very, very cool video on your social media where you stand in front of the mirror and ask your followers which format of the game they're missing the most, whether it's the T20, the ODI, and Test cricket. And yeah, you never actually revealed your answer. So can we get an exclusive on that? What is it that you're missing the most?
I mean, I enjoy every format, but if I must really pinpoint one, it's definitely Test cricket. Any red ball cricket, it's something that I enjoy. I enjoy the longer format of the game, and I'm really missing it at the moment. Hopefully, you know, white ball doesn't take over too much when we do get back into it, and then we can get some red ball in.
Yeah, I think every athlete out there feels your pain and shares it with you. But guys, stay tuned as Protea bowler Björn Hendricks will be taking us through a quick fitness routine.
That was Björn Hendricks, everybody. Make sure to keep it locked to your Feel Good Breakfast show to join their workout routine a little later on. We're in the kitchen for the first time this morning. But before we get into this awesome recipe, I just want to remind you at home that Woolies, along with Gift of the Givers, have teamed up to distribute food care packages to families in need. Now, each bag is filled with a balance of protein, fresh fruit, vegetables, and other staples, and as well as hygiene products to help curb the spread of COVID-19. From as little as 10 Rand, you know that it can provide one person with 3 meals for a day. Now, if you'd like to get involved, just scan the code on the screen with the SnapScan app or your banking app using your mobile phone and donate namhlanje today. Any donations will help and will make a difference in someone's life. Remember to encourage your family, your friends, your neighbors, colleagues, and chat groups to do the same. Now, our hands are clean.
Yes.
Everything is set out,
Everything's
prepped and
set out?
ready, okay? Fire up those grills and stovetops and let's get ready to spoil Dad this Sunday. We are treating him to a green peppercorn marinated steak with some roasted potatoes. And who better to show us, you know, other than Chef Clem. You know what I thought today?
Tell me.
Cooking Chronicles with Chef Clem.
Cooking Chronicles with a carnival with Chef Clem. We sleep at night. We came ready today. I like that. Oh, my word. I like that. Thank you for the intro. Okay, so you know it's Daddy's Day coming up soon?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to celebrate all the father figures in our lives. And it's such a stereotype, but I think it's true. I'm going to ask my dad, do you really just like steak, burgers, ribs, and chicken
Biltong.
wings? And then he was like, yeah. So, I mean, Woolie's got it right. So what they did this week in Daily Difference, if you check it out, you'll see the steaks are on promo, the burgers are on promo, the ribs are on promo. we're sorted. We are so sorted. So
All
I'm going
sorted
to
for
showcase
Father's
those
Day.
amazing meats. We're going to start off with the beautiful steak. So I had this on set last week, and these are really cool. They're called marinating bags. You see, this is the green peppercorn. We get the chipotle, and then we get the peri-peri as well.
Yes.
So the way that you work them is you peel over the lid, the little seal on top, and then you open these up. And I'm going to use some sirloin steaks today, because the sirloins, check them out, again, on promo, daily difference. Sirloins are great, because it's got a nice amount of fat in them, and it's got a bit of a, like the lean meat. So all you do is you take out your sirloin steak, just like that. I just cut mine open on the side. Beautiful, beautiful steak. And you're gonna actually put it inside your marinating bag.
And are you done?
You're done. You're done. There's a nice amount of salt in there as well. I mean, you can add a bit of extra salt if you want. I'm fine with it. I think it's pretty cool. So you add it to the bag, and then you try and squeeze out as much air as possible. That helps the steak marinate really quickly. And we spoke about the fact that marinating meat, you break down the protein slightly, and they absorb all the flavors that you're using in your marinade. So you get it in there, give it a good mush, you're done.
For how long does it sit in the bag for?
I honestly feel like even half an hour does the job. I mean, if you want to do it for a little longer, perfectly fine. I don't think it needs to go overnight. Not
Okay,
necessary.
I see.
This one has been going for about an hour and a bit. So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna get it out of our bag, and we've got a nice hot grill. I understand, like, you might not have one of these at home. You might have a griddle pan or even a normal pan on the braai. It's so good. So you get it out, and you put it down. Fat side first, you get your fat on the...
Can you hear that?
That's my ringtone. So people you just...
Actually, it should be my alarm tone in the morning.
Nah, you wake up hungry every morning. Okay, so fat side goes down first, so you can give it a little bit of sear to start rendering out that fat. It works really quick. You can see it's starting to brown.
Yeah.
And you just turn it over, and then you let it start doing its thing. Then you move over here. So we're gonna make a beautiful green pepper sauce to go with our pepper sauce steak, okay? So we got the green peppercorn in the marinade already, so I thought, let me be a little amazing, yeah, and use green peppercorns in a pepper sauce instead of black peppercorns. Green peppercorns, it's not as potent as black peppercorns. It's beautifully floral, and it's delicious. I like using it over eggs. It's just so delicate.
Over eggs?
Yeah.
You know what I enjoy about fathers? That they are actually so simple, and Willie's right now is making the gifting even more simpler. And you, Chef Clem, are giving us the insider on how to make it a special day with all these recipes. So what do we just put in now?
So a bit of garlic went into, I've got some oil in the pan already. A bit of garlic went in, some rosemary went in. And then what I want to do is I want to chat about this guy over here. This is our demi-glaze. So it's very chefy. But I used to be, when I was in restaurants, my first restaurant, my job was to make all the stocks and demi-glaze. So to make a stock takes about 2 to 3 days. To make a demi-glaze takes 4 to 5 days.
What?
You basically boil beef bones, cook it down with a murapwa, Baileys, all these spices, and you make a stock. And then you reduce the stock all the way down to make this very, very concentrated beef flavor.
Wow.
It's like beef 100. So if you're making a sauce at home, if you're not using this, you're missing out.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah, it's so funny because I came in this morning and Nicole said, if you don't have this in your pantry, you're missing out on life.
That's absolutely true.
It's so true, it's so delicious. Okay, so garlic and rosemary going, green peppercorn. Another tip is don't crack your pepper directly into the pan. There's moisture that comes up from your pan and it actually gets clogged up in the grinding mechanism. So keep your lid on and just grind to the side. Grind to the side.
Oh, so you grind to the side before you take the lid off?
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can kind of just monitor how much you have. So pepper goes in, and pepper burns really quickly. So as soon as the pepper goes in, you hit it with some cream. And I like a lot of pepper. Like, you'd actually be shocked at the amount of pepper I like in my pepper sauce. But it's called a pepper sauce for a reason, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what, Chef Clem? I am trying my best to keep up with you right now, okay? But for you at home, if you would like to keep up and get your hands on this awesome recipe, make sure to visit our website, expressoshow.com.
Okay, so steak, we turn over a little bit, you turn that heat up. You get a nice, like, I turned it over quite quickly because I wanted the viewers to see, but let it char. Don't be scared of the black. When you see the black, it's flavor. You're not burning anything. It's not burning. So cool. Cream's in here. You see it's come to a bit of a simmer, in with our demi-glaze. You don't need too much. It's very concentrated. But like I said, it is pure beef flavor. So you mix it through, and immediately it smells like I've just done something completely different. This is going to cook down, and it's going to thicken. What I want to say at home, remember it's going to thicken as it cools down as well. So don't cook it down too much. That's the sauce in front of you. What's really great is because it's made with cream and there's fat in there, it'll actually last in your fridge for 2 weeks.
For 2 whole weeks.
For 2 whole weeks.
And you can use it on different recipes as well, not only limited to steak.
I like this on like a burger, like a pepper sauce on a burger. Even it takes like normal grilled chicken breast to the next level when you put the sauce in it. Yeah, and it lasts for 2 weeks, so it's amazing. So quickly, what do you think about that steak?
It looks amazing and I cannot wait to dig in. But once again, before I actually go into it, head on over to our website, expressoshow.com, to get your hands on this awesome recipe. Okay, Chef Clem.
It's all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Only you can make my day.
So hold on. No. All right, we've got that. Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Monday morning. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, after 3 months without any live sports, the return of Super Rugby in the form of the New Zealand Aotearoa competition, as well as the Spanish football La Liga, it delivered in all departments this past weekend, and I'm sure sports fans were thrilled. Now, from the kickoff to the final few minutes of play, we can honestly say that the sports from the past 2 days did not disappoint in any way. We are all grateful to have it back. And here to give us a review of the results, please welcome sports editor Ashfaq Mohammed, who joins us via video call. Great to have you again with us, my friend, talking all things sports. And what an exciting weekend it was to be able to wake up on a Saturday morning, sit on the couch and be able to check out some super rugby action all the way from New Zealand. How did you enjoy it, Ashfaq?
Hey, Katrijo, yeah, fantastic to watch some rugby again on Saturday morning. You know, that's sort of a ritual over many years now, and we've missed it the past few months. So to be able to see great rugby again, of course, also high quality.
Yeah.
The New Zealand teams always dish up the top-level rugby.
Absolutely, and we saw that in spades with regards to the Highlanders taking on the Chiefs. Man, what a near victory there for the Highlanders, 28-27, with some last-minute drop goals that we saw, but great rugby all round.
Yeah, you know, after such a long time out, you would have thought the guys will battle to get going, but it was played at such a high tempo from both teams, you know, and seesaw battle, some wonderful tries from both sides, but at the end, it came down to a couple of drop goals. First, Damien McKenzie put the Chiefs in the lead with 3 minutes to go. And just a minute later, Bryn Gatlin, who's the son of the Chiefs coach, Warren Gatlin, put one over his dad by starting a drop goal for the Highlanders to win at 28-27. So a dramatic finish there, you know, under the roof at Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin. I've been there, and it's a wonderful arena, and it keeps the wind and the rain out. So that contributed to the spectacle.
Yeah, and an absolute beautiful running rugby as well, as we reflect now on the Blues versus the Hurricanes, a 30-20 victory there for the Blues. And of course, much talk about the return of one Dan Carter, who I don't know if he made it onto the field this week, but of course that's been much of the talk in terms of his return.
Yeah, Yeah, Dankar didn't quite make it onto the playing field, but he was on the sidelines as one of the water boys with Tana Umaga.
Yeah,
So you can imagine what a bench, what a guys, kind of guys to have to come on to help the kickers or just to have a quiet word. But another fantastic game, a wonderful crowd, 43,000 people at Eden Park in Auckland. It made for an amazing atmosphere and again good quality. I thought perhaps initially they kicked quite a bit of ball away because considering the first match there were a number of penalties at the breakdown, so it was almost as if the guys were a bit scared to handle the ball, but once they got used to the refereeing who was quite strict at the breakdown, they played some wonderful rugby and scored amazing tries. So yeah, Bowden Barrett was a big guy at fullback for the Blues, making his debut for them, and he got knocked over early on and the Hurricanes celebrated their try with him. They pulled him in and it was such a funny thing at the time, but he had the last laugh, so the Blues pulling away with a 30-20 win.
Yeah. Obviously, also football fans delighted at the return of La Liga this past weekend.
Yeah.
Strange to have seen it play out in an empty stadium, essentially. Of course, the LED screens were there to try and fool us and make us think that there was some kind of crowd as well as the sound effects. But some great results over there for the big boys in terms of course, Barcelona winning 4-0 over Mallorca. And, of course, Real Madrid 3-1 over Eibar. Which were some of the other standout games that you looked at this weekend?
Yeah, just firstly with those two teams, obviously they're the big title contenders. Barca 2 points ahead, and they went 5 points ahead after beating Mallorca 4-0. Lionel Messi getting amongst the scorers there, of course, that's almost inevitable. I was saying earlier, it's almost like PlayStation 4, where there's no crowd, although you can see those, graphics on the screen there. But there's no one at the stadium, but he got on the score sheet. So that put him 5 points ahead. But then last night, Madrid winning 3-1 at Eibar. So that puts him again 2 points behind Barca. I think there's about 8 matches left in the title, or 10. So still quite close here, I think. Sevilla winning as well. So that puts him in third position. And Atletico Madrid coming back to draw 1-1. Diego Costa scoring in the last few minutes there, thing against Valladolid. So yeah, La Liga always a tight run thing between Barca and Real.
Yep, absolutely. But come Wednesday, man, the Premier League returns with some mouth-watering fixtures, including Manchester City chasing down Liverpool at the top of the log, taking on Arsenal. Man, I don't know what to think about that one, but I'm just glad football's back. But take me through some of your fixtures that you're really looking forward to seeing as the Premier League returns on Wednesday.
I think, do you have your Arsenal jersey ready, Kat, for Wednesday, I imagine? But yeah, Man City, tough one for them. They sort of 25 points behind Liverpool. So it's a long road ahead of them. But what can happen for Liverpool is if Man City go down to Arsenal, Liverpool can actually win the title on Sunday against Everton in a Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Can you believe it? What would happen if Liverpool win the title at Goodison Park? So that's going to be amazing. But for Graham and myself, Tottenham against Man United, I think it's on Friday evening. Chasing for Champions League spots and those kind of things, that's always a key battle. And lower down, there's going to be relegation battles as well. I think there's about 8 matches left in the Premier League. It's for Liverpool to lose. I think they've got it already. I mean, just if City slip up now, they just need one more win.
Yeah, Ash, thanks so much for joining us, man. Really great to be able to watch live sports again and to chat about it. And we look forward to all of the midweek football action and some more Aotearoa rugby this coming weekend. Thank you very much, Ashfaq.
Cheers, thanks, Katleho.
It would also be great to hear from you at home. Let us know which were some of your biggest sporting highlights from this past weekend.
Yeah, welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show. We are live, and if you've ever wondered how to get cricket fit, well, wonder no more. Proteas bowler Buren Hendricks is still with us and will be taking us through a quick lockdown fitness routine on this Tuesday morning. And if you're looking to improve your cricket game and strengthen your entire body in the process, then you need to train in a highly specific way. And what better way to do this than to train like a professional cricket player, Buren himself. Bro, man, are you still with us? Let's take it away.
I'm still with you, eh?
Right, so we're doing something fun. Yeah, where do we start with this, bro?
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with quick explosive exercises. Explosive is what a bowler goes through every game, and I like to make sure that I keep my explosive exercises going, my explosive movements. So I'm going to start off with a squat. I like to use the weight, make sure that I keep it in position, and all you want to do is just do a deep squat.
All
That's
right.
what you're doing.
So Björn, I unfortunately don't have a weight like you, but I do have a nice 5-liter water bottle. So I think this will do for you guys at home. Don't forget, you can always use this hack at home to do this exercise. And we're going for some squats. Björn says keep it nice and tall, keep it in front of you. And obviously in the studio, we're always mentioning to hinge at the hips. So let's go for this. Björn, how's my form looking over there? Am I doing it right?
Yeah, it's quite good, eh? That's good.
And then how many reps in total will we do of this exercise?
6 repetitions. And I'll just make sure that once I get to the top, I'm quite explosive, making sure that I tuck in that bum. And once I get down, slow movements, slow controlled movements. As I get to the top, nice and explosive. And you should feel a burn after maybe 5 or 6 reps. Keep it low, keep it explosive. Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling the burn, and I like the fact that you're including that speed into this movement, which I think is always something perfect when it comes to the functionality of an exercise, and you being such a prime athlete are always going to benefit from that. But man, where we move over from here, what's the next exercise?
So the next one I like to do is keeping it nice and explosive again is kettlebell. I like to get a kettlebell out and doing some kettlebell swings.
Okay.
All I want to do is making sure that I'm just swinging in front of me. Again, keeping it nice and slow, and as you get to the top, exploding.
All right, let me try this out once again. I'm going to use my 5-liter for this. Seems like we're getting that stimulation. Björn, my shoulders are working in this one. Is that correct as well? Should it be happening?
Yeah.
Why would you do an exercise like this? How do you actually benefit from it?
So what you're trying to gain is that explosive movement. So with a kettlebell swing, you're getting that explosive movement from bottom to the top. And as a bowler, we all know that you're using your body, you're using your whole body. You're not just using your legs, using your lower body, using your upper body. So you want to make sure that that actually sticks.
I can definitely feel it while I'm doing this, my man.
Yeah, I got to get my gym going. I already had a session today, so this is my second session.
Lovely, thank you so much. Right, so we're halfway through this workout now. Keeping it on that explosive theme, what's the next exercise?
So the next one is, I get any sort of bench, whether it be a chair, anything that you can get that's a little bit off the ground. And I like to do some box jumps. So all I want to do is, if I bring it forward, all I want to do is making sure, jump onto the bench, getting a little bit of a squat in, and again, as you get up, getting that glutes activated.
Okay,
Getting that glutes
I think I got you. So everybody at home, if you don't have a bench to jump on, I've got a nice step here, but find a bench, a couch, anything that's sturdy, that's not going to break when you do land on it. And like Björn says now, get a nice explosive jump in your movement, landing with a little bit of a squat and then standing up once again. Björn, are we jumping off the box each time or do we step down?
No, you just want to step down. You want to make sure that you get off safely.
I like that.
Pinching in your ankles.
I like that. Preserving the ankles, preventing injury. Whew. And I'm definitely feeling it in the quads and the glutes. Is that right, Björn?
Yeah, that's right. You're getting your quads activated, hamstrings, glutes. Everything's starting to work now.
It's so crazy. Normally on the show, we're doing up to like 15 reps for an exercise. But when you do something explosive like this, just on 6 reps alone, I'm sweating and I'm already feeling this workout. So it's a new little niche and it's something quite interesting, comparing that explosive workout to that controlled environment. And as an athlete as well, I just love seeing this, man. So where are we going to finish off this exceptional workout with? What's the next exercise?
So another thing that, if you're doing lower body, you don't want to forget about the upper body. So I make sure that I finish off with anything, whether it be some guns, but I like to finish off with a shoulder press, making sure, I got my shoulder activated, I got my shoulder blade activated, everything is activated on the upper body, got my core activated as well, and all I want to do is I want to press.
Okay.
Keep it up.
I love that. So if you're seeing the man go, perfect form, making it look so easy. He's making sure that we have our scap set. Keep your core engaged, which I love hearing that, Björn. Thank you so much. We're constantly reminding everyone on the show to engage your core. And the fact that we're using a unilateral press, I think, is awesome and perfect because it's working that cross chain. So let's try this one out. Once again, I'm keeping my 5 kg over here above the head. It allows for some stabilization as well on the shoulders. And Björn, I'm sure this is a great one for all you budding bowlers out there, yeah?
Definitely. I mean, this really gets the shoulders activated, gets you to get that quick arm action that every bowler wants. You know, that helps in increasing pace, increasing stability at the crease. So it has a full function and making sure that the lower body and the upper body are working together.
Well, Björn, clearly from this workout, we can see why you are such a sensation on the field, and it's been an absolute pleasure getting some of your secrets to see how you've been keeping fit during the lockdown. And I think for all the budding cricket players out there, they're going to attempt this one and try to see if they've got what it takes. But brother, thank you once again so much for being in the studio and for sharing that workout with us.
Thanks, Al, man. Thanks, guys, for having me. Good to be on the show. And yeah, like I say, we can't wait to get out there again, making sure that we entertain you guys in the cricket field.
Yeah, we are all looking so forward to it. Have a magic day, bro.
Thanks, you too, man. Cheers.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back, you beautiful people. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, here on SABC3. We're live. It's a Monday morning. Thank you so much for starting off a brand new week with us. Now, South Africa is a melting pot of cultures that has resulted in a myriad of tantalizing local dishes. There's no doubt about it. Pap is one of those iconic side dishes that is often served in a meal. And today we're going to be giving this staple starch a modern makeover with our cremel, mealie fritters and creamy onion dip. Yes, it sounds so gourmet, so yum and so delicious, but bringing it to life is our tried and tested kitchen fairy, Nicole Snelling.
You guys, always putting me under the pressure here.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you. I'm so excited because today I've seen such a nice range of different meals that we're making on the show. Some of them braai inspired, and this one certainly, without a doubt, goes along with a nice braai. But you've given it a nice twist.
Yeah, this is a very nice twist to it because we're using our milli meal and flour and you're making a fritter.
Yeah.
So I would recommend, you get the quick 30-minute cooking milli meal over the long hour cooking.
Yeah, where you slow cook it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you're using a fritter, I would go with this one, the 30-minute one.
All right.
Then
So what goes in that bowl?
So I've got a cup of flour, a cup of milli meal, and then I've got some herbs. You can use any herbs you have. Today I've got some chives and parsley.
Nice. You can never go wrong with chives and parsley. In fact, parsley is always one of those you can't go without.
Exactly.
Hey?
No, definitely not. And it's something that grows so easily as well.
So some spinach in there as well.
Spinach, chopped it up. Some chili, it is obviously optional.
Yes.
Got some baking powder to make them rise beautifully. But before I carry on, I'm just going to add some oil to our pan, nicely medium heated.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add our corn.
Okay, cool.
So that's all going to go in there.
Together?
Yes, then you use a quarter cup of our crumel.
Okay.
So we're going to add, so it's about 2 heaped tablespoons over here.
All right.
Then you're going to add a little bit of water. So you just add a little bit, then give it a mix. You'll see that the milli meal and the flour absorb the water quite quickly.
Okay.
So don't add too much.
So you're adding the water just to make sure the consistency is what you need it to be. Otherwise, it's too wet if you put too much of it, or you don't want it being too dry because otherwise then it's too dry and no one can eat it.
Exactly. So if it's too wet, you can also just let it stand a bit, So we're just going to, once it comes together like a beautiful batter, you take spoonfuls and you're going to pop it into your pan.
I like the use of the clover crumel that you're making use of here, because obviously it is the only creamer product with skim milk powder. It helps to give it that taste of creaminess, but also other than tea or coffee, you can use it in baking, in cooking, and just about everywhere, really.
And so, like you said, baking, cooking, we're even making a sauce with it now as well.
Are you serious? So in one sort of dish, we're going to be able to use our clover crumel more than once, which is absolutely fantastic. Well, this is great. It's versatile in the most amazing way. And the creaminess of it, I think, is the real thing that makes it so special.
It does. That's exactly what we want from our sauce. We want a creamy texture. So I added about a heaped tablespoon into our fried onions. We're just going to quickly whip it up together. You'll see it goes nice and creamy. Then to this, we're going to add our sour cream and mayonnaise. And that is as simple as your dip for your fritters is.
And that's done.
That's all it is.
I love it. I love when it's quick, it's easy, it's convenient, doesn't take a fortnight to create.
Nope.
That's the magic of these kind of recipes that you keep bringing through.
We don't want overcomplicated things,
No,
and
absolutely
we want a
not.
versatile product as well, which is exactly what we've got here.
Mix all of that up, you've got your dip ready, and then in the meantime, your milli meal and your concoction of crumel, millis, corn, fritters, and some herbs is going in there. You'll mix all of that together. How do you get it dry to this consistency that we've got in the final product?
Just 3 to 4 minutes on each side till golden brown in some oil, and that's it.
Well, there you have it, your recipe done. And before you know it, you've got your very own at home crumel milli pup fritters with onion dip, which we've just made there. If you want this recipe and you are inspired, go on our website, www.expressoshow.com. We've got the recipe with all of the ingredients, and you'll see a nice picture of the end product there. That's how you want to make sure that your final product looks. And then when you're done with it, take a picture and show us what it looks like. And hopefully you are inspired to do something interesting and fresh this time around.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
It's 2 minutes past 8 o'clock on this Monday morning. Let's take another look at the news headlines on this Monday morning. On the national news front, the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy yesterday began consultations with industry on preparations for a proposed 2,500 megawatt nuclear power plant building program. The department aims to use the consultation process to gather some idea of the cost, possible ownership structures, cost recovery, the end user cost, and sustainability of the nuclear program. Earthlife Africa Johannesburg and the Southern African Faith Communities Environment Institute earlier threatened to take legal action if Minister Gwedemantashe moved to build the nuclear power plants without proper consultation. Meanwhile, Cabinet's approval of the National Khoi and San Heritage Route, which is a national legacy project, has been widely welcomed by the Khoi and San community in the Eastern Cape. It also gives effect to the Traditional and Khoi San Leadership Act, which provides the recognition of their traditional healers. Now, the route will identify places of cultural and historic significance for the various communities. It'll also identify, highlight, conserve, and promote the heritage of the Khoi, Nama, Griqua, Korana, and San communities. On the international news front, India's federal government said yesterday it will provide New Delhi's city authorities with 500 railway coaches that will be equipped to care for coronavirus patients after a surge in the number of cases has led to a shortage of hospital beds. Now, the coaches will increase Delhi's capacity by 8,000 beds. The government will also ramp up testing in the city to conduct door-to-door health surveys and provide sufficient supplies of oxygen cylinders and ventilators. As of yesterday, India had the fourth most confirmed cases, namely 321,000 and almost 10,000 deaths. Now, Africa yesterday joined the global community in celebrating World Blood Donor Day. The World Health Organization said they are this year calling on people to, quote, give blood and make the world a healthier place. In the COVID-19 pandemic, the supply of safe blood is at risk, and regular blood donation drives are being postponed, and stay-at-home orders and fears of infection are preventing donors from accessing services. The WHO urged African governments to increase investment in blood transfusion services in line with its guidance. And now news on an innovative way to bring healthcare to remote areas. Now, where there's a will, there's a way, the saying goes. And this is exactly what the Eastern Cape's Department of Health has done. To reach rural communities, which are way off the beaten track, where ambulances are unable to travel, they've had motorcycle ambulances designed, complete with oxygen tank, masks, hospital-sized stretcher bed, and first aid kit. Many complaints from rural communities have been that because of inadequate roads, especially in rural areas, ambulances can't reach people who are at risk, especially the elderly. Now, often members of the communities have to convey an ill person on a wheelbarrow or walk long distances carrying a patient to a road where an ambulance can go. Now, these motorcycles don't replace ambulances, but are designed with off-road capabilities to transport patients to facilities offering higher levels of care. Their load capacity is 170 kilograms, and they move at 60 kilometers per hour. They can be used as mobile clinics and medicine delivery units. The department has employed 150 additional staff to operate them, a truly innovative way of serving the rural communities in the Eastern Cape. And now turning our gaze to the world of entertainment this morning. In what is big news for one of the longest-running reality TV dating shows, it was announced on Friday that The Bachelor has cast its first black lead in 18 years and 25 seasons. In the midst of the continuing Black Lives Matter struggle, fans have been petitioning for this development, to which the show's network responded within days by casting 28-year-old real estate broker Matt James as the lead for its next season. Matt will be the second ever person of color to be a lead in the Bachelor franchise after Rachel Lindsay in the 2017 season of the spin-off series, The Bachelorette. Rachel has been passionately vocal in the call for the network to cast a black bachelor, saying that she would cut ties with the franchise if real changes weren't made to address diversity in the casting and production team. Now, speaking of the development, Matt said, quote, I think it's a step in the right direction. When Rachel speaks, we listen. And this is hopefully the first of many black men to be in this position that I'm in now. Rachel has congratulated Matt, but points out that in the current climate, it feels like a knee-jerk reaction under societal pressure. And she added, I look forward to hearing more about the additional efforts the franchise plans to make towards change. And on that note, that's it for the news on this Monday morning. Right now, let's take another look at your weather. Here's Kuhle.
Let's have the final look at the weather, but start off with those beautiful pictures and videos that you've sent. Samantha February wishes us a good morning with this beautiful picture showing us the chilly weather conditions in the Waterkant, Cape Town, after a couple of morning showers. The mother city can expect partial sunshine with a gentle breeze reaching a maximum temperature of 18 degrees. Ruth also sent through this stunning sunrise picture of a big, bright sun making its first appearance for the day in Alberton, Johannesburg. Joburg can expect hazy sunshine with a high of 16 degrees. Thank you to both Samantha and Ruth for sending in your sunrise pictures. Really hope that you have a fantastic start to the week. During the past week, many parts of South Africa, especially in the Western Cape, have experienced severe weather conditions. But in America, the Atlantic hurricane season appears to be heading for a record-breaking season. Forecasters say the season is off to a fast and interesting start. They've already had a record number of named storms. Before the season even officially began on June the 1st, they had Arthur and Betha, and then they had Cristobal, the third named storm of the season. An average season has between 10 to 14 named storms, but this year most predict at least 25. Scientists believe that this has to do with climate change. Now, bringing it back home to South Africa, the South African Weather Service has warned of yet another cold day across the country with severe frost in certain areas. Masqale Polokwane with a low of 4 degrees, reaching a high of 19. The highest temperature in the country for Mbombela at a minimum temperature of 4, reaching a maximum of 24. Hazy sunshine for Pretoria, 217. Johannesburg, -116. Mostly sunny for Mahikeng at a low of 4 degrees, reaching a high of 19. Abundant sunshine for Klerksdorp, 16 is your maximum with a minimum of 1 degrees. Kimberley, -2, 18 is your highest temperature for the day. The coolest start to the day for Bloemfontein as -4, peaking at 15. Richards Bay, 12-23. Pietermaritzburg, 2-18. A light southerly breeze of 9 kilometers an hour for Durban at a low of 9 degrees, reaching a high of 22. Mostly sunny for Mthatha, maximum 17, minimum 2 degrees. East London, 10-20. Cradock, 0-15. Morning showers for Port Elizabeth at 10-18. George, 7 is your minimum, reaching a maximum of 16. Snow and sleet for Sutherland at a low of 1, reaching a high of 13. Please capture some beautiful videos and pictures of the snow if it is in your part of the country. Partly sunny with a gentle southeasterly breeze of 17 kilometers an hour for Cape Town at a minimum of 11, reaching a maximum of 18. Worcester, 6-16. Plenty of sunshine for Uppington at 0, reaching a high of 20 degrees. Remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day.
Well, yes, indeed. Do make it a feel-good kind of day. Hopefully you've been sent good weather today, because last week we reported on the intense cold front that stormed into parts of the country, and a lot of people did experience it. I mean, we experienced heavy rainfall, hail, and howling winds with that, all of that coming through with snow as well. We've seen pictures reporting snow in parts of the country, and it's not often that South Africans get to experience snow. And this left us with a few questions on whether we will get to experience more snow in the future. And here to answer all of our burning questions on the changing weather conditions, please welcome weather forecaster Aus Matshidiso Mogale, who joins us via video call. Aus Matshidiso, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very, very well, thank you. It's a little bit better today, and certainly no snow to be reported from our part of the country, but people did experience snow.
Absolutely. It felt like we were some in Antarctica, in some place in Europe. You know, it really feels like winter wonderland in some parts of the country. But tell us a bit more about where in South Africa it has been snowing.
The first snow we received in South Africa was during
it seems that there is something wrong with Matshidiso's line.
Mountains that stretch.
Matshidiso, I think something went wrong a bit with your line there. Let's try that again. Can you hear us? And where in South Africa did they experience snow, and when did it start?
The first snow in South Africa was experienced during the month of April. That was mainly over the Drakensberg Mountains. That stretches all the way from Eastern Cape into KZN. But during last week, we received an intense cold front, which resulted in an intense widespread snowfalls. It was mainly over the Drakensberg Mountains, also over the Winterberg Mountains of the Eastern Cape. And to zoom in the Western Cape, it was mainly over the Matroosberg and the Cedarberg Mountains of the Cape Winelands, and also the Swartberg Mountains of the Little Karoo. And in the Northern Cape, it was mainly over the Sutherland and California areas. These areas are highlighted in the first figure of snow accumulation, highlighted by a green color. This was the accumulation of 1 to 10 centimeters, which was received from last week between the 10th and the 11th of June.
Is this now going to be our new normal? Can we expect, more snowfall this week and perhaps for the rest of winter? Because we need to prepare ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to get our coats out, we want to
Yes.
take our phones out, because we need to build a snowman at least.
For this week, our weather models are indicating another system, but it is expected to affect the eastern parts of the country. That is also mainly over the Drakensberg Mountains of KwaZulu-Natal and mostly parts of the highline areas of the Free State. So there is a possibility of snowfalls for this week with the system expected. But for the rest of winter, we might still get some intense systems which will affect our highline areas, the normal Drakensberg Mountains and the highline areas of the Western Cape.
I get really cold just looking and seeing all of these pictures and videos that we've got looping on screen, Osmatsidiso. But I'm also curious, how is it that we are experiencing snow, so much snow in South Africa? Could we be experiencing the significant effects of climate change? Is that the reason here?
At this point, there is no link between climate change and the occurrence of snow, but I'm glad that people are more aware of climate change. In this case particularly, what I can mention to you is that the occurrence and the amount of snow, it is based on the intensity of a weather system. So for instance, if we're expecting an intense cold front, which will result in moisture in a form of rain and also lower our freezing level significantly, then there is a high likelihood of snowfalls. In a sense, the more the intense systems we receive is the more we are likely to receive snowfalls.
And now for those of us, who live close to the areas where it is snowing, you see Ceres, Calvinia, can we go there? Are travel restrictions still in place for all of those snow chasers?
Lucky are those who are able to see snowfalls, and we urge them to take pictures and share with friends and family online to embrace the new normal we are facing. But the South African Weather Service supports the current lockdown regulation, and we strongly urge people and the public in general to refrain from traveling to snow areas, and they must respect the current travel restrictions. Nevertheless, South African Weather Service always warns people of disruptive snowfalls. It's mostly the snow chasers and the public in general due to the associated risks such as closure of mountain passes and also icy roads. So South Africans, please stay at home and stay safe.
It is certainly still locked down, and of course you still have those regulations that you have to be paying attention to. And you cannot travel to other provinces other than the one that you live in. But thank you so much, Matsidiso Mogale, for sharing your knowledge and your insights on the weather with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
It's beautiful. Now, on Friday, we did ask you to send in your pictures of the snow, if you were lucky enough to get that snow out there. And Iresha Langeveld and Tracy de Vet, rather, sent through these fantastic images. Look at that, of the snow out in Ceres.
Absolutely, yeah. They can even be seen with their snowman. I love it. I feel like we must sing Frozen, let it go, let it go. Looks like they had so much fun in the Ceres Winter Wonderland. Another one came through from Leighton Quipman, also spent some time in the snow. He captured these incredible pictures of the snow and a video of the snowfall in his hometown of Ceres and in the neighboring Matroosberg. I think Chef Clem and I is not going to Sutherland anymore. We're now going to Ceres.
It does look like something out of a movie. So if you are in one of those areas, if you did happen to experience the snow and you saw some of it, caught pictures of it, do send those through to us. We really would like to see that and connect with us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. But for everybody else out there, keep warm and keep safe.
So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So Monday morning, welcome to it, your feel-good breakfast show, live, large and in charge, and ready to infuse some feel-good into the start of a brand new week. Eh? It's feeling good. Like the week is
feeling so good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm up and about. Now, although parts of South Africa have felt a loosening of lockdown restrictions, there are still thousands and thousands of residents desperately in need of further assistance. Now, thanks to Woolworths and their Fill a Bag campaign, we are able to actively help and make a daily difference.
Now, remember last week, I think it was Uncle Tabsy or Jamie, they challenged a Tommy and they challenged Lucian to donate. And the previous week, I think you challenged Uncle Tabsy and he donated 5,000 rands.
Yeah, I didn't challenge him to donate 5 grand. I challenged him to just make a daily difference, and he did so in spectacular fashion.
Yes, and he did just that. Well, the idea is that we tap into our various networks, whether it be friends, family, at the workplace, or neighborhood groups and communities, and challenge them to donate and subsequently keep the challenge going. There's no amount too small or too big. Trust us, if 1 million South Africans donated 10 rand each, that would be a collective amount of 10 million rands.
Can you imagine that? And just for 10 rand, you can feed someone 3 meals for a day, right? So just imagine what 10 million rand could do. So no matter how small, it doesn't matter as long as you try your best to make a daily difference. And aside from helping feed families, you're also providing them with vital cleaning and hygiene products as well to help them fend off the virus, which is so important. Now, donating takes a matter of seconds and can be done from the safety and the convenience of your very own phone, right?
And today, I think, Kat, we need to nominate our very own kitchen fairy, Nicole, to make a donation. Nicole, are you around?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Nicole is literally running around in the studio. Literally, I was making coffee in the kitchen. She ran into she had a pan, and then she was flipping burgers, and then she had to come back, and then she had to place the burgers on the counter because Chef Clem has to make them. And we're like, Nicole, are you ready to donate? She's like, yes! But she's here. She's here.
Give me the phone.
You're doing it, Nicole. You're absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, Nicole. You're going to be scanning the QR code right there, right?
Guys, that happened so quickly. Like, I
you
literally
already
lifted
done?
it up. It's already like scanned in and everything.
Wow!
So yesterday when I was shopping for Woolies, I managed to save 100 rand. So I'm going to take that 100 rand and donate it today.
Brilliant.
Look at that.
Brilliant stuff.
Nice.
Well done, well done. And then as simple as that, just pay. And that's the thing, once you've got SnapScan going, you literally lift your phone and then as soon as the camera just sees that QR code, done.
It's done.
Done. And you're done?
Sorted, guys.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, Nicole. You are a fantastic example of what we all can do to make a daily difference. And remember that if you don't have SnapScan, then you can also use your banking app to scan the QR code on the screen, or you can visit woolworths.co.za/Together We Will for more information on how you can make an EFT donation, because that's also a possibility of how you can donate, right?
As Nicole had mentioned, it's quick, it's fast, it's easy. You also mentioned that she was just everywhere, so it just took her a second to donate. So far, Woolies has managed to raise 227,000 rands. Thanks to the collective effort.
Yes!
Which means 1,411 bags donated and 296,687 meals out of their 1 million meals goal have been donated. Once again, Shayani Zanga,
Yeah. We're getting there.
Yes,
We're getting
we
there.
are, yeah.
And the challenge continues as our country is still in desperate need of our help. So take a page out of Nicole's book and donate today. And believe me, together we can make a difference.
Oh yeah, just keep those donations coming. What a beautiful cause. And now, of course, this Sunday, it is Father's Day. So why not prepare something special that you know Pops is gonna love. Now, this morning in the kitchen, we're doing something special, and we are making a big, juicy burger. Nothing says I love you like a big old hunk of protein, some smoked cheese, and of course, onion rings. Now, we guarantee that he will feel all of your love and appreciation when he sinks his teeth into Chef Clem's yummy peri-peri Prego glazed burger. burger. Oh, heaven to my ears. Chef Clem, how are we doing? I haven't been in the kitchen for a
It's
long
been
time.
so long. I think it's because we catch on so much nonsense. We say things like, nothing says I love you more than a hunk of protein.
Oh, how do you like your buns, Clem?
Oh, always toasted. We said this, ladies, if your man's not toasting your buns at home, it's not real love.
Yep.
It's not real love.
Fact of your Monday.
Absolutely. And the reason we toast our buns is because it's all about texture. So we've got these ultimate Woolies buns, these guys over here, and they really are the ultimate buns. It's perfect for any burger, but we're toasted in butter, and that adds so much crunch, decadence, and we do it in butter because that adds richness to it. If you're gonna do a burger right. So we spoke about the fact that, and you actually shopped this as well. You bought this as well.
I literally bought all of this yesterday. I saw a sale and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting mine. Had some burgers yesterday and they were absolutely glorious. I couldn't even push through the whole pack. I think there's like 8 in there.
There's 8 in the pack?
I could only tuck 4 in.
Oh, wow. Only.
So I've got another meal coming up today, so you are giving me the inspiration for supper tonight.
Yes.
Let's get it.
So like you said, they are on promo right now, as well as the steaks and the ribs and the chicken as well. Go check it out. So it's literally like a carnival right now. Woolies is coming through with all the meats. And so we have to do it right. So today and tomorrow, I'll be showing you what you can do with all these cuts of meat that are on promo.
Carnival.
It's a carnival.
Protein party.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
know. Okay, so first things first, I had some oil in the pan and on like a medium-high heat. Doesn't need to be a very, very high heat because I'm going to glaze these burgers in some peri-peri sauce. Okay?
And you haven't seasoned it before, you just
No.
chuck it in.
That's what I love about these burgers. They got a bit of seasoning in them already. And the sauce itself has some seasoning in there as well. So I don't want to over-season, which is a thing. I mean, you don't want to like just blow your sense of too much salt or seasoning in there.
So the season to be subtle.
Tis the season to be subtle.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so like a steak, because like sometimes when you buy beef burgers, you don't really know what's in them. But when you're shopping at Woolies, you can be 100% sure that you're getting the quality of real good quality beef in there, which means you treat your burgers like a steak. So when you put it down, you leave it. Okay, and I can kind of see like around the burger, there's like some oil splattering out. That's good, you want that. And I can see it starting to turn opaque. As soon as it's turned opaque like halfway, I know it's good to turn over. So while that's busy, let's build these burgers. We've got our ultimate Woolies hamburger bun. I'm gonna pop these 2 over here so long. We're gonna add some slaw. Slaw's really cool in this case because the peri-peri's got some fire.
Yes.
So you want something creamy that can kind of mellow down that heat.
That flame.
Yeah, and normally we would make a slaw, but it's done for you already, so why not? This Father's Day, I want the dads to get into the kitchen. Like, you know, just get into the kitchen.
Pops make his own burger for
You know what? I think so. I think like I want the guys to explore the kitchen a little more, get used, get comfortable in the kitchen, and once you it's all about confidence. Once you're in the kitchen, you're confident to put all these meals together, you'll be cooking every single day of the week. I'm helping the moms out.
I like that.
There
so
we go.
Pops, you guys listen to Chef Clem. He says, make sure that you get involved in the kitchen, especially the Sunday of Father's Day. I think the whole family is going to get involved.
Yeah.
Have an incredible day. And if you are looking for inspiration on this recipe, of course, you guys can go over to the expressoshow.com for all this inspiration that's going to get your father smiling and loving you, and after Father's Day probably buying you more gifts and stuff.
Yes.
This is why we spoil our pops on Father's Day. Clem. I don't know about you, but I always make the most of the moment and make sure my dad knew how much I spoiled him because my time's coming next.
Definitely. Okay, slaw went down, some lettuce went down, and some tomatoes going on now. I kind of like the idea of like family cooking. Just kind of build your own. If you can set everything else up and let them all start like building their own burgers, I think that's pretty cool. I really like that.
And a fun morning or a day just to get the family
whole
involved
day.
in something.
The whole day.
Oh, perfect.
So these amazing marinades, which we spoke about last week, we're talking about it again this week. This is the peri-peri sauce. We've also got that plum sauce we spoke about earlier. Here's the plum guy right here. And they're delicious, they're amazing. There's also a lemon and herb and olive oil one that's next to you. They're so good. Okay, so as soon as you put your glaze on, your marinade, turn the burger over, and that's when it's going to start getting glazed, when you actually cook your burger
that thing just
in that
came to
sauce.
life out there.
Oh, it's so fragrant, it's so delicious. Woo! There's a little bit of like a...
And if it wasn't cooking in the kitchen, now it is.
I mean, we just do this for fun. Again, South Africa, this is probably why they don't put Riley and I in the kitchen. But yeah, get that nice glaze on there. That's looking good. It's smelling good.
Oh, it is indeed, Shem. Clem, I feel like I literally just got transported away into like some sort of a grill festival. It's smelling so good.
We don't play. Okay, cool. So while the burger's still hot, this is very important. You can do this in the pan as well, but I'm trying not to overcook that patty. While the burger's still hot, hit it with your cheese. So I'm not using any cheese. I'm using smoked cheddar. Okay? Smoky cheddar with that fiery peri-peri sauce. It's going to be amazing. And just smell that.
Oh wow, that is a proper smoke. That's
It's
like hours and hours of chilling on the grill. That smells ridiculous.
It is. Down we go with our beautiful cheese. There's enough heat for that cheese to kind of fall down and blanket your patty. You want that.
Oh, you want
the
that
patty to look like it's
fold,
gone to bed. Like, I mean, you're gonna put me to sleep with some cheese. I mean, that's exactly, it's just so good, so delicious. Then what we're gonna do now is top it with your other toasted buns. Get some skewers. It's a saucy burger, okay? We understand that.
Is that to make sure it fits in your mouth?
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's just to hold it all together. Then we're gonna garnish it. Now, normally people garnish with a couple of herbs. No, we garnish with onion rings.
We take it old school.
And Willie's also have these frozen onion rings. They're so amazing. Pop them in the oven, pop them in the air fryer, whatever you want. That's how you do burgers on a Monday.
Voila, there you have it, Pepe Burgers. Perfect for this Sunday's Father's Day. Enjoy.
For all the bad jokes, big hugs, and times he's made you smile, get him a little something to say thanks.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on SABC3. Now, to help beat the winter blues and bring music to its customers, Game will be hosting the first ever Beat the Winter Blues virtual music festival for the month of June. Now, the talented Angela Stierman joins us to chat about this, and furthermore, how customers visiting their nearest Game store will also be treated to a selection of talented local buskers like herself, who will be playing live music in store to busk the blues away this winter. Angela, great to have you with us. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
Absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, we know that COVID-19 has resulted in the cancellation of so many concerts. Social distancing is, of course, now a norm and the regulations we need to follow. But as a result of that, streaming performances have become the only way that artists can stay connected, or one of the only ways that they can stay connected with their fans. And as a musician, why do you think that platforms like this, that Game is offering through the virtual music festival and in-store performances, are so important right now?
I believe it's very important for us as artists because not only are we struggling financially to perform outside because of COVID-19, but we get a chance to actually perform virtually and still keep our fans in tune. And this could also gain a lot of audiences, you know. I mean, it's a different platform, and it brings out a lot of opportunities as well, online opportunities as well for a lot of artists like myself.
Now, I want to know about the online streaming performances happening. I mean, this month, there'll be local favorites like Majosi, who's going to be there. Arno Carsten is going to be there. Now, whose performances will you be going online for?
Well, I feel like I would definitely want to watch all of them because I feel like as artists, we should be supporting each other. Despite where you come from or not, but this COVID opportunity gives us the opportunity to actually support each other and watch each other and share our ideas and creative juices around. So this is really a great opportunity, and I'm really excited that I've got a lot of artists supporting me and that I get to also support other artists and listen to new music as well.
Absolutely, so yeah. You never know what ideas it might spark. And luckily for fans out there, you'll also be performing in-store for customers. So tell us a bit more about this exciting in-store initiative, which you'll be playing at.
All right, so Game Beat the Winter Blues, I believe, is a wonderful opportunity for a local artist to perform outside of Game. For myself, I'll be performing in Cape Town in one city, Game Store, from 12 until 2 p.m. And not only will that be the only Game Store that will be open for artists, there will be the one in Durban, there will be stores open in Century City, and all sorts of other places in Johannesburg as well. So I'll be playing on Sundays, every Sundays, from 12 until 2 p.m. And customers should be expecting something different, something new. And I always like to keep things closer to home and closer to the heart. So mostly local music and some of my own songs that I've written as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm certainly looking forward to that. But of course, when we talk about the reality of our current norm, COVID-19 health and safety precautions would definitely be a concern for many around these in-store performances. So how will you be safely adhering to the regulations to make sure that people are staying safe while enjoying your music?
So Game has ensured that they will have sanitizers out there. There will be masks around, and I'll also have to have a mask on. Obviously, performing-wise, I'll have to sometimes take it off, but there'll be a tipping hat in front of me, which will be 1.5 meters away. So if customers would like to tip, they can put their money, so they won't be closer to me. So that way I'm also ensuring the safety precautions. And I also have my hand sanitizer with me at all times, making sure that everything is clean and we're following through the precautions of COVID-19 as well.
And listen, I really think that what Game has done with this is extraordinary. I think people have been yearning to hear music, to see live performances. But for you personally, an artist like yourself, why is this opportunity so important at this moment?
I feel like it's important not only because it's going to help me financially through the struggles, but it also gives me an opportunity to connect with different audiences. And the most important thing to me is giving up my service and making sure that I'm putting a smile on someone's face. So that is the most important thing to me, and it's closest to my heart, that I can actually have that human connection, even though we are 1.5 meters away, but that still gives me that joy and happiness to brighten someone's day through my music. So I really thank Game for the opportunity.
I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Between 12 and 2 on Sundays, you'll be at N1 City. Enjoy it, and make the best of it. Now, in-store performances will run from the 6th of June to the 28th of June at the following Game stores: Canal Walk and N1 City in Cape Town, Gateway and the Pavilion in Durban, and Cresta, Mall of Africa, Centurion, Menlyn, and Boksburg in Johannesburg. But if you're starting to feel like the winter blues are getting the better of you, it's time to warm up, because we want to know what you would buy from Game to beat those winter blues this season. So share your thoughts with us on our Facebook post with the hashtags GotGame and hashtag WinterBlues, all to stand a chance of winning that 1,000 Rand Game Store voucher. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com, and this competition runs until the 19th of June. And of course, remember that Game Store's opening hours are on Mondays to Fridays from 9 to 6, on Saturdays from 9 till 5, and Sundays and public holidays from 9 to 4.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're live on SABC3. It's the start of a brand new week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Now we've got our coffee, we've got our Omar Ras, we've got the one and only Jared Ricketts, and we couldn't be happier. Jared, today we are playing a game with you, okay?
Sure.
Yes? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready for this. Like you said, I've got my coffee. I see rusks on the table, and they're the peanut butter ones, and I'm a peanut butter guy, so I need to win this. I need to win this.
How good are you under pressure?
Ish, guy, there are moments where it happens, and there are moments I'm just like, just start singing,
Sing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can sing. It's called the 5-second game, okay? The rules are pretty easy. I'm going to ask you some questions, but you have to answer each question with 3 answers and within 5 seconds to do so. So no pressure. If you win, of course, you get to take home a box of Omar Ras new peanut butter flavor. So that could be yours, my friend.
I have to get this.
Are we allowed to dip in the meantime before we actually get to the end of the competition, like to inspire us and help us get through the answers?
Whatever you need to be inspired. Okay, Jared, are you
Okay.
ready?
All
I'm going
right,
to start with
cool.
you first. Okay,
Ready.
Jared, here we go. Name 3 things that comes in leather.
Jackets, bags, shoes.
Wow. Okay,
Nice.
just like that. Ready?
Nice.
Okay, the timer didn't go on, but that's good. Keep that momentum. Tabiso,
Yes, ma'am.
name 3 clothing items with a zip.
Jacket, boots, jeans.
What? You two are just on a roll. Okay. Jared, you're up next. Name 3 drinks you can dip a rusk in.
Tea, coffee, and soup. No, not soup. Whoa!
Soup?
Guys.
Soup!
Wow.
I told you.
Soup!
You know when you're pregnant and maybe you have weird cravings?
Okay, we'll give it to him. It's fine. We love you.
Just say
Yeah, pregnant women.
Tabiso, here we go. Name 3 foods that can be eaten with your hands.
Pap, braai meat, putu.
Puppies putu.
Yeah, but it's a variant.
No, absolutely not. -1 point for you. Here we go. Jared. I don't know who made these questions. I did not make these questions, okay? So it sounds very vain. Okay, Jared, list 3 things you love about me.
your smile, your personality, and that gorgeous body.
Yes!
Oh, man.
I did not pay him to say these things, okay?
I'll send you my banking details a bit later.
You really
It's
are
okay.
fishing for compliments, honestly.
Tabiso, be nice to me, okay?
Okay.
I'm still the rule master, the game master. List 3 things you don't love about me.
Nothing, and nothing. There's nothing not to love about you. No.
Whoever wrote this brief, I love you guys so much. But thank you so much. I think a +1 for you over there. Okay, Jared, here we go. What are 3 ways to say hello in South Africa?
More, hello, molweni.
But you can't say hello.
You can't say hello.
But it's a language. It's one of our languages.
No, but...
Hello? Okay.
We say it in South Africa, don't we?
Okay.
Okay, listen.
No.
Here we go. Tabiso,
Yes.
name 3 South African singers.
Brenda Fassie. Arthur Mafokate. I mean, there are so many, but like...
You're sitting with a South African singer right here.
I don't know what happened. My brain froze.
It's okay.
I literally went to 1992 and literally pulled out all the musicians from 92. Jared Ricketts.
A bit late there, hey? The count is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Sorry. Guys, it's still a tie, so...
It's the Ross.
It's anybody's game at this point. Jared, here we go. Name 3 songs that makes you dance.
There's so many. My song "Take Me to Your Heart" available on.
Slide it in there. Why don't you?
Available now.
Now. Okay, Tabiso. Name 3 types of dances.
Kwasa kwasa, gumboot dance, salsa.
Yay! Good one. Here we go. Jared. Name 3 people your Oma would date.
You?
They both dead.
Wow! When did you wish you were still alive? Did you know?
You know, I don't know. Right now, maybe it's. I don't know. You know.
Okay, this is the last one for you, Tabiso. Here we go. Name 3 people you'd love to have coffee with.
Parsons Matabani, Bonang Mateba, Peltusi.
You didn't say Beyonce? Wow, that's a first for you, the maturity levels. But guys, it comes down to this, unfortunately.
Who's the winner?
Tabiso, you are the winner. Show us the kwasa kwasa, the salsa. Show us the gumbo dance. Jared, listen.
Hey!
It's okay, it's fine. It doesn't.
Do I get rusks?
You do, you do.
You do
but
get-
you first need to answer this question for me. What is the best time, or when is the best time for you to unwind with Oma Rusk?
Early in the morning, when it's quiet and nothing's happened, and I can clear my mind and I can bite into this crispy rusk and just know that it's going to be a gorgeous day.
I love it. Now, guys, this week for our 24-hour dipping challenge, we have 3 incredible, wait for it, Smeg kettles and Oma Rusk hampers up for grabs to the value of 2,500 Rand each. All you need to do is send us a photo of you doing a midnight dip. Yes, midnight dip. That's what we're looking for. The night owls out there who love the Oma Rusk as a midnight snack. Post your midnight photos on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page with the hashtag anytime is dipping time, and you could win. Now, the competition closes on Thursday at 11 a.m. So get on it fast, everybody, fast. And the terms and conditions can be found on expressoshow.com. Happy dipping.
I really would like that kettle.
Oma Rusks, it's always dipping time. From the first thing in the morning right through to that midnight snack in bed. What is your favorite dipping time? Oh, some very interesting games there, and some even more interesting answers there, guys. Jared Ricketts as to like, as an answer to who your Oma would date. Ew, weird. Anyway, listen, it's Youth Day tomorrow, and although Youth Day serves as a commemoration more than a celebration, as of course it does afford us the chance to reflect on and champion the brave youths in South Africa that protested on the 16th of June in 1976. Now, one of the most loved and widely known street foods throughout Africa is magwenya. It's known as puff puff, apparently, in Nigeria, mafetkoeks in Zimbabwe, and bofrot in Ghana. There's a reason why this dish is so well known and so well loved. And today we're doing B-Well's version in 2 mouth-watering ways. And I've got to say to you, if you're looking at what is in front of me right now, just before I was about to do the news, Nicole, I literally nearly took a paper towel and wrapped one of these and put it into my bag. And if you were going to ask where it was, I was going to be like, I don't know. These look absolutely amazing. They take me way back to home. This is what I remember magwenya to be like. Okay. There was a time I was in Tepo Primary School, and then I'd get like 50 cents as like pocket money to go to school, and then for lunch, there'd be these ladies that make magwenya in batches like this. And like 50 cents, you could get like the freshest one. So this is memories. This is beautiful for me. I'm talking a lot. I need you to start.
Well, so that you could start, so that you could get eating.
Yes, exactly.
So I remember this as like vetkoek. Like my Oma would make it with like curry mince, that's like the very Afrikaans style.
Yeah.
And the apricot jam and cheese.
But the ones, like when you talk about vetkoek, right? I remember like the flat ones, the more flatter ones that you'd cut open, and then you'd have your
like a
mince
sandwich
or whatever.
type
Yeah,
of
exactly.
size, yeah.
This that you've made here, this particular shape, that's the one that I remember from home, because then you like just break it open with tsinye paloni in the middle and just
squash it together in the mouth. So back to the cooking.
Back to the cooking. All right, so what have you done there so far?
So we've got 3.5 cups of flour in here, a base of any good amagwenya or
well, amagwenya would refer to the plural.
Okay.
So as far as I understand from the Kasi where I grew up, legwenya is the one.
Yes.
Magwenya, the many.
Oh, what could you say? Inye magwenya, like
Ikwenya, amakwenya. Anybody there to verify in one of our Nguni languages? Ikwenya and amakwenya. Yes, maybe?
Perfect.
No?
I'm learning so much,
I'm
guys.
getting nods all around.
Okay, so I've added some of our B-Well canola oil here.
For many,
you
the
also have
for one.
So Tabiso, is this confirming what
You're
I was
correct.
saying?
Katleho is
Legwenya
correct.
for one and magwenya for many.
Thank you, Tabiso. Appreciate it. Okay, so I've got some sugar in here. The sugar is going to help our yeast also activate. The sugar and yeast, yeast eats the sugar.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're about to say the sugar and the yeast eat each other. It's like some cannibalistic thing going on there.
So So I'm gonna swap over to my spatula over here, and then we're just gonna mix this all together. So this is your dough.
Yeah.
You've got just a basic dough. We put some salt in as well. And then you always want to put a little bit of salt in. Flour is a very bland ingredient, so you do want to bring out those beautiful flavors. So I don't want to add all of this in at once because I like to look at the texture.
Yeah.
So you go mix as you go. Like everyone's temperatures and water, the densities, or everyone's is different wherever you're making this ingredient.
What I find brilliant is the fact that with such simple ingredients, you're able to make something so good, so delicious, and that forms such a staple. It's absolutely brilliant.
Exactly. So we've got everything in here. You've got your oil that's enriching it. You're just going to knead this together on a floured surface, which I've got some extra flour over here. And you want to knead it for 15 to 20 minutes because you want to stretch that gluten in here. That's what makes this amagwinya nice and fluffy and big, right? So then you let that stand for about 30-40 minutes, and then you've got a ready one over here.
Goodness.
And we're going to just fry it off with our Be Well oil. And you want to serve it. So the two ways that we've done with Be Well, we've got some apricot jam and cheese. That's, like I said, with my very old school traditional Oma style.
Wonderful.
And then we've got our chakalaka, which I also think is very South African. And then you can also go sweet style. So if you don't want to do savory, dust in some cinnamon sugar, and you almost got like a donut style.
Yeah. So the way you're making it right now, you're flattening it out a bit more, so it's going to give you that more flatter legwenya.
Yes, but
if you want
remember,
that ball kind of...
Yes, the ball, I did this style. And I pinched it.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's what we need.
So we've got a flat one and a pinched ball size one.
Brilliant.
And that's it.
Nicole, you're amazing. You've taken me on a road down memory lane to beautiful days. And I think I've never seen a crew quite as excited as this when they're looking into our kitchen. Golden brown, crispy and hot, these Be Well magwenya, two ways, are guaranteed to hit the spot. And whether it's served on the side, oozing with spicy chakalaka, as you can see here, or with a dessert, with sweet and salty, or maybe a little salty butter, a bit of jam as well, it's a recipe that is perfect, not just for the braai, but for any day, any excuse for magwenya. Thank you very much.
Wellfoods.co.za to download your free immune-boosting cookbook today. Be well. Love. Food. Life.
Chorus. Oh, be close, let your love surround me, bring me near, draw me to your side, and as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on by the power of your love. My heart be changed, renewed, flowing from the grace that I found in you. Lord, I come to know the weaknesses I see in me will be stripped away by the power of your love. Hold me loves around me. There's Uncle James. We all have Uncle James. Lord, I come to you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, good morning, welcome back. And now to close off this Monday edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Jared Ricketts back again on the mic to bless your Monday morning. Here he is with Power of Your Love.
Lord, I come to you. Let my heart be changed, renewed, flowing from the grace that I found in you. Lord, I've come to know the weaknesses I see in me will be stripped away by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side. And as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on by the power of your love. Lord, unveil my eyes, let me see you face to face, the knowledge of your love as you live in me. Lord, renew my mind as your will unfolds in my life, in living every day. The power of your love. Everybody at home, stop what you're doing and sing with me right now. Here we go. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Oh, bring me near, draw me to your side. Hey, and as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on by the power of your love.
Wow.
Magic moment, Jared. That is just power encapsulated in a little bit of I don't even know.
That
I've
was
lost for words,
absolutely
Jared. That was
beautiful.
incredible.
It was divine. Thank you so much, Jared Ricketts, for giving us that this morning. The perfect way to start off our day and also our morning. But right now, as we say goodbye on that very spiritual and beautiful note, make sure to join us on our Facebook Live after the show with Raul Demoni. What should they expect?
Of course, yeah. Join us soon. We're going to be joined by Björn Hendricks for an epic full-body workout. So grab a towel and let's get involved. Have a beautiful one, guys. Cheers.
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.